Oh my God. Oh, man alive, that was a big one. I tell you what, how did that even get? Falling off and crashing, it's a part of mountain biking, unfortunately. Oh, unfortunately, happens to the best of us. It's unavoidable almost. Oh God. But it's getting back on the horse once you have crashed. How do you go about doing that? Well, I'm gonna get back on mine and let's find out. Whew, that came out of nowhere, that tree. Often your bike can get damaged in crashes. Now, hopefully, a lot of the time it will just be cosmetic, the odd scratch or gouge here and there, but sometimes it can be more sinister, annoyingly, and your bike can actually get properly damaged. So if you do have a big off, it's well worth giving it a check over. Now, the M check is a great place to start, and what that is systematically goes through your bike, looking at the various points, making sure they're all hunky-dory. And those points are, starting at the back, we'll have a little look at mech, rear wheels, so things like spoke tension, stuff like that. Make sure the caliper's still done, the disc isn't bent. Then we're gonna come on up and we're gonna do seat. You might have snapped it off on the rails. Seat post, make sure nothing's twisted or lowered or bent. Then we're going down, cranks, pedals, everything's straight in line as it should be. Coming then back up, you're gonna have basically the entire cockpit. Make sure your brake levers are still there, because, well, having two is good, one is bad. Headset still tight, nothing's broken, snapped, bars aren't bent, because that would be an absolute bummer. And then, whew, boing, straight back down to that front wheel. We're gonna check again our disc, our rotors, tires, nothing's punctured, slashed. All our spokes are still there, because, well, you should have all your spokes. It's recommended by pretty much every manufacturer. And then, you know, if all of that's there, that should be good to carry on riding, hopefully. Oh my God. Injuries do happen when you crash. Whew. Everyone at GMBN has sadly broken some bones, but take your time. Get back up from that crash slowly. Make sure you're not injured, nothing's terminal, and you got no cuts and bruises. If you have, wash them out thoroughly. And if you can't move, how did I even get like this? Then make sure you call the emergency services, but go steady. Help! Oh my God. Pro athletes will use rehab and physios to help them get back to 100% fighting fit. So why not try and take a little bit of inspiration from them? It can be really helpful. Also, an indoor trainer. Well, I know a lot of people don't like them, but they can be great for getting you back on the bike and building that fitness up as well. There's no real quick way of speeding up your confidence recovery. Take it steady and put the time in, and slowly this will start to make its way back. But if you've had problems with a certain feature, starting small and working your way back up can be a great way of rebuilding that confidence to back where it was before. Something like this, for example. If you've had a bit of an off, shall we say, an incident on a jump, then we've got a nice table up here. We can slowly go further and further and further until our confidence is straight back where it was before. Any bike time is good bike time here, so whether you're commuting to work, you're putting in the XC laps, you're riding pump track, dirt jumps, whatever, the more time you get back on the bike, the more it's going to help rebuild that confidence. Set a goal. This is going to be different for everybody, but coming back from a crash, this can make a huge difference. It could be anything from getting back out there with your friend, just going for a spin, a technical section you've not done before, or you've been wanting to tick off the list, or even going and doing a race. But be warned, don't jump in the deep end straight away. Make it something that's achievable. That way it's going to help build back up your confidence and your motivation getting back on the bike. If you are coming back from an injury like a broken bone or something that's put you off the bike for a fair while, then why not make your goal something slightly more fitness orientated? Something like getting back on the bike and putting in a certain distance on the road, maybe something that's going to ease you in nicely that way and build back up those fitness levels so that when you can ride off-road, you can crush it. I hate to break it to you, but it is going to happen again. Like I said, crashes, they're a part of mountain biking, so be prepared for it. Maybe get the right protection on. If you weren't wearing knee pads before, it's probably a worthwhile investment. If you feel safer upgrading to a full face, wear a full face. It doesn't matter as long as you feel safe and it builds up that confidence. But yeah, you can't avoid them crashes. Extra prep for that inevitable crash, things like Garmin have live track. Even on your phone, you can share your location. That way, it will beam out an emergency beacon, text message, email, whatever it needs to be to send and tell people exactly where you are. So that when you're lying on the floor like that, you're like, is anyone going to come get me? Whew. Luckily, I put my Garmin on and people are going to know that I am down and out. But hopefully you're not. Whew, there you go then. What a day. There's how to come back after a crash. And I mean, if your bike's ended up looking like this, you're probably going to need this video indeed. Crikey, he's ended up in a position. But do you know what? Send us your crashes through to fails and bails, because we love seeing those things. You never know, you might even get featured. But I'm going to go down the rest of this trail now, hopefully without crashing. Catch you guys later. Happy riding, and I will see you in a bit. Doodles!